Holly and welcome back to H&R Fam. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a story time video for you guys, and that is going to involve me talking about the very first time that I ever had an anxiety attack while pregnant. I have always struggled with anxiety before I was pregnant, in high school and junior high and that kind of thing. I've always been a person who struggles with anxiety, but I think when you're pregnant, you have so many emotions going on in your body. You have so many emotions going on in your head. You know, it's a constant hormonal imbalance. You can basically say that anxiety kicks your ass, and I can honestly say I've done really well during my pregnancy to kind of push anxiety to the back and not let it get the worst of me. But unfortunately, I had one day, actually yesterday, where it just hit me and I couldn't control it. The anxiety was really bad, and I wanted to share it with you guys just for you guys to know. I want to share with you guys because maybe there's some other women or other girls out there who have experienced the same thing that I have, or experience anxiety while pregnant, and I just want them to know that they're not the only ones out there that, struggle with this, especially just because you're pregnant and so you're so happy that you're bringing this new life into the world. But you have so many emotions going on that it just flares up, and unfortunately, like I said yesterday, it happened, and it was probably the first real anxiety attack, like full-blown real hard-hitting anxiety attack that was very hard for me to face and deal with, especially since I have a million other things going along in my head, which brings on anxiety as well. For me, my anxiety usually starts with something really small, which it probably starts like this for most people. Something really small turns into something so big because your mind twists it, and you think that it's 10 times worse than what it is. And it doesn't matter how many people tell you that it's okay, that, it's just minor. It doesn't feel like that to you. And coming from a person who works from home, I run a company and that kind of thing, and someone who is the main person in the house who keeps track of all the appointments, that keeps track of financials, that keeps track of, financials for the company and everything like that, there's a lot of workload put onto myself. And it's not a hard job. They're not super stressful, but anxiety does flare up, and especially now since I am pregnant, I am super emotional, and things hit me the wrong way or hit me a different way than what they used to. Things that I would be able to deal with kind of make me upset now, and vice versa. So basically what was going on is it just felt like one event after the other was happening yesterday against me, and it was all coming down to be my fault. I am stuck with all this responsibility, and I couldn't move ahead. I felt like I was literally stuck in sinking sand, not being able to really control or move, and I was just stuck. The first event being worrying about our company took a little bit of a slow patch, so of course that's going to be a little bit of a lower income. So that was hard to face, which I've done this before. We have enough savings, we're going to be fine. Like, financials is not the problem. But that's the first thing that kind of set it off, was that in the back of my head. Two was because today I originally thought I had a doctor's appointment, but I will get into that in just a few minutes. And moving on to having to remember my boyfriend's appointments as well, because he's gone to work during the day and stuff, so I'm always keeping everybody's appointments in the back of my head, along with company appointments that I do have to go do. Just trying to keep all the dates together in my head. Me running on barely any sleep, and I hope I'm not the only one who can say this when they're pregnant. They always say, make sure you get all your sleep now, because once the baby comes, you're not going to get any sleep. Trust me, you're probably not going to get any sleep when you're pregnant, and you're probably not going to get any sleep when the baby's here, because throughout my pregnancy so far, my first trimester was the time where I could actually sleep. Now I'm nearing the end of my second trimester and I don't sleep. I wake up 4 or 5 times a night to go to the bathroom. I wake up to really bad heartburn to the point where I have to sit up completely and try to get rid of it, and it doesn't go away. And I'm running on lack of sleep as well. And then it moved on to some issues that I'm not going to get into, but issues with a family member that I had to deal with, and that kind of thing. So I had to deal with that, and then having to remember everything that we need to get before the baby comes, everything that we need to do to prepare for her, everything that we need to get ready for at the house, things we need to clean, things we need to set up, things we need to move around, because we are moving furniture around because unfortunately our moving situation has changed. So we have to stay in our 1-bedroom place for the first couple months of her life. So that was another downer on me, just not having, we have enough space here, but feeling like I'm getting crowded, even though I'm not getting crowded. There's plenty of room. I know that's not the case. And then just the overwhelming pressure of trying to be healthy, eat healthy food, drink, keep your water intake up, be exercising to keep healthy, to keep this baby growing, and you know, and I struggled from a miscarriage right before this pregnancy, so those emotions are still growing and, you know, hitting me hard, because every time I don't feel her move, or I don't feel her move for a long time, my mind goes to the worst place, which also coincides with the anxiety. And basically, the end event that happened yesterday that totally set me over the edge with everything going on in my mind, and I'm still struggling. And oh, and another thing added to that is I was told by family members, because we have a lot of family that is far distance, that is not going to be able to come to visit once she is born and come to the baby shower and that kind of thing. They all said for me to set up an online registry with things on it so that they could get gifts, so they're not getting doubles or anything, and we will receive them. So I took my time, I set all this up, and then was told that, you know, by a relatively close family friend on, you know, that maybe that wasn't the best idea. Maybe you should just let them send money to another family member, and then that family member can pick up stuff for you. So technically and basically, I set this baby registry up for absolutely nothing, which broke my heart, because now I have this registry, and I'm gonna get emotional. Nobody's using it, and that really hurts, because I was told I was never gonna set one up, but I was told by specific people that, yeah, let's do it. It would be a great idea. That's awesome. And then be told by the same people that, no, that's probably, we'll just do it this way. Well, that put a whole thing on me of spending my time making sure nothing's way too expensive. I never put anything super expensive. I've never put nothing crazy on it. And then it's not being utilized for what I thought it was going to be used for. So all these little things that I figured that, you know, these people are wanting, these family members are wanting to send us stuff. That's one less worry for me to have to worry about getting these items. And unfortunately now, I have to add those things to my list of things to do, and that adds more pressure on myself. And sorry, I'm trying not to have an anxiety attack on camera, because I don't want to do that, but I want to be raw and real with you guys, because I want to know that I'm not the only one struggling, and I have amazing support here at home, but I just want to know that I'm not the only one that struggles with this and who has dealt with this. I just want to know I'm not alone, and I want people to know that they're not alone if they experience this. But going to the last event that really set this off, yesterday was I received a phone call saying that I had missed my doctor's appointment. Now, to me, I swore and I thought that my appointment was for today, so Tuesday. But somehow I wrote down the dates wrong. I was thinking in my head the wrong date. Something happened along the way where I know it's my fault. But it comes to this coinciding of I have so much to remember, and this one thing that's super important to me is going to the doctor's appointment to see and hear our baby's heartbeat and make sure that I'm doing okay and make sure that the baby's doing okay. That, I don't know, it's just one thing that I accidentally forget, and I'm not one to forget. So that put a lot of stress on me. Thank goodness I was able to reschedule till Thursday, but that totally hit me 360, and talking to the lady on the phone was really hard for me, because in my head I had failed doing the one thing that I am supposed to do, is remember to do this, remember to do that, remember this, remember that, do this, do that. And then I went and forgot this appointment. And like I said, it was either I wrote the date wrong, I don't know, with no sleep, lack of sleep and stuff, I thought it was a different day. I had my days mixed up, and you know, things like that happen. But it's just something that you have to deal with, and I just wanted to make this video to be raw and real with you guys, so you guys know that you're not alone, and maybe you guys can give a little bit of insight to let me know that I'm not alone. And I think that's it for this video, because if I keep going, I'm gonna be a mess. And I really wanted to share with you guys and be real and not coat anything. That pregnancy, when you're struggling with anxiety, is easy. Your anxiety just goes away when you're pregnant. If anything, it's a lot harder to keep it from not flaring up, and it got the best of me yesterday, and I just wanted to share with you guys, and like I said, know that you're not alone, and that I'm not alone. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry that this was a very emotional video, but I really wanted to share with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!